With Dead Space, the animation that we tried to go for is very realistic.
When it comes down to making something scary, it's a lot more than just an animation.
One of the things about game animation is, especially with the main character, gameplay comes first.
Since day one, we've gone for the thinking that it's quality over quantity.
There are times when you might have to interrupt an animation, because you really want to be responsive. And that takes a lot of, kind of blending between animations, and that's one of the harder things to get right, because you don't want him to, you're just kind of running, then stop, and there's a weird animation of him attacking. So that takes a lot of work.
All that stuff is going to be seamless. So the necromorph is striding along. If he sees you, he's going to turn and immediately come to attack you without stopping and turning and coming to attack you. It's all about trying to make you feel like you're in the world with those creatures.
Isaac has a whole new set of animations in Zero Gravity.
With Isaac, we tried to figure out a way that we could mocap Zero G. It's because it was going to be such a broad motion set. It's basically repeating his whole motion set for regular G and Zero G, which is a daunting task.
His walk, because we had to make it feel like, he had the magnetic boots on it, and he's kind of stomping around. The speeds had to be a little bit changed and slower. And everything about him, his strafing, all new animations, and the characters that go into Zero G are the same way.
We went to Vancouver and started doing our mocap, and we're like, okay, how can we do Zero G? And we tried just kind of mimicking, like walking in Zero G, and that didn't work. So we're like, okay, what else can we do? And the one thing we came up with that was close was we had a couple of the guys at the studio tie bungee cables to my legs and then walk behind me with the bungee cables as I kind of like did this big sort of stepping look. And so that's what we started with Zero G, and surprisingly enough, it actually gave a pretty good sort of like magnetic boot sort of feel walking.
Isaac can die in so many ways. I don't think we've ever really counted, because every different part of him can be cut off.
Maybe I'm just a demented person, I don't know, but I would as soon as I would see a character and I would see the blades, or I would see the spikes coming out of the guy's back, I'm thinking to myself, I can totally picture one of those spikes like going up underneath Isaac's helmet and then just tearing his face off.
We figured if you're gonna die in the game, let's make it as entertaining as hell. And so we got some pretty entertaining deaths.
I think my favorite thing is when I am playing our game, and even though I know what's going to happen, I still get scared. And that's pretty funny if you consider that a lot of the stuff I've seen like hundreds and hundreds of times, but when I'm walking down a hallway as Isaac and I come around a corner and all of a sudden a lurker jumps on my face and is just all grabbing at me, and I almost drop the controller, that it surprises me so much. I mean, that's pretty awesome. If your own game can scare you, even if you know what's going to happen, I think that's my favorite thing, because that to me says that we've succeeded.